This is Ethan Burke with Irongate Realtors, host of the Brick and Banter podcast. Today, joined by a very special guest,
Jamil Bazzy. I'm with Direct Mortgage Loans and Plum Realty.
So you are a lender and a real estate agent.
Yep. I originally started out in real estate, and I was co-marketing with my friend John Pawelski, who's a branch manager for Direct Mortgage Loans. And I'm a former police officer. He's a police officer. He has the Hero House project at his branch. And so it was something that we could co-market on pretty easily.
Cool. I actually went through Sinclair's Police Academy.
Oh, did you really?
Yep, Commander Parsons.
Yeah,
He's the guy who ran it. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
That was a good time.
What happened?
I never ended up getting hired anywhere. This was back in like 2010, 2011, where just everybody wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
And it was impossible to get on a force unless you already had some kind of previous experience or you knew somebody, or maybe if you wanted to go to like a big city.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that was just wild. I remember I went to Piqua like test to see if you could be a cop. And it was in a high school auditorium with 200 other people.
Yeah.
And the lady gets up on stage and she says, well, we're not hiring right now, but we're getting names just in case we get an opening. There's 200 people here.
That's frustrating.
Like, I'm certified, sure, but one of these people has experience or knows somebody or something. So I didn't have a chance. And then eventually all of my stuff expired and I went on to do other stuff. But
well, so when I went through the academy up in Lima, 95 to 97, got the associate's degree with it. And then when I moved down here, West Carrollton happened to be hiring.
Oh, nice.
I went and took the test. They were hiring one. I was extremely intimidated because I had experience. I'd been with a department up in Lima, Fort Shawnee, for a couple of years. But there was close to 300 people there for the test. And I knew a lot of them had probably more experience than me. And I thought, I'm not going to get it. Ended up number one.
Nice.
I got it.
That's pretty cool. They do the physical test too, or just the written?
So just the written at that time. Then we did all the physical stuff later. Yeah, they tried to weed out everybody that they could first.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm sure half of those people who took the test didn't pass it. So then cut that number in half. Then you do the physical, cut that number in half again. Then you can start doing the interviews.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Had a great time though. Had a great time doing it, but did it for about 8 years. And then I had aspirations for other things. My dad was an independent business owner, and I think I got the entrepreneurial spirit from that and I wanted to do more. And so it eventually led me to real estate. I've owned a few other companies before this, but
cool. Yeah. Did you go directly to the mortgages first or the real estate first?
I was actually steered away. I was very interested in real estate. I was steered away from it by a realtor.
Really?
My realtor.
Oh,
she was older. I'm not going to say her name, but she was older. She was getting ready to retire. She was like, oh, you don't want to do this. You work 7 days a week. I work all the time. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. And I actually listened to her. I really shouldn't have. I wish I hadn't. But yeah, I started in real estate first. And John, one day we were out marketing, and he told me that I had to fire a couple of my guys. They just weren't producing. They weren't listening to me. And I just had to get rid of them. And I said, well, could I do mortgages? I didn't know what the rules were. Could I do them at the same time I'm doing real estate? And he's like, would you want to? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I've actually been dropping hints to you. You've never picked up. He's like, oh, I picked up. I just wanted to see how far you would go and see if you really wanted to do it. But yeah.
So that's a good question. Like, can you do the mortgages for your own clients?
Yeah. So,
because I know with like home inspections, you can't do the home inspection for your own clients if you're a real estate agent too.
So I don't do them for my own clients. I refer them over to John. He takes care of them from there. So that there is that separation. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
How many can you do at one time?
How many mortgages?
Yeah.
Right now I have about 10, 12 clients that I'm working with right now. Luckily I have John. I have a loan partner. She chases all my paper and makes sure files are set up correctly. And then at corporate at Direct Mortgage Loans, I have a lot of people supporting me. So I could probably handle 3 times as much.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always been curious about this. Feel free not to answer, but how does your paycheck work when you're doing mortgages? Do you make like a commission fee off the like size of the mortgage? Is it like a...
Yeah, it's very similar to Realtor. It's a percentage of the loan amount.
Okay, cool.
Yep. It's a little smaller than Realtor.
But you can do more of them at once.
But you can do more of them at once. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Does it change depending on the type of loan they get?
So yes, HELOCs, for example, I do a lot of HELOCs. We do get paid less on those.
Makes sense.
I do quite a few of them. They're a popular product. They really work for some people. So do a lot of them. Yeah.
Nice. You have any investment properties?
I do. Yeah. I've always been interested, even before I was a realtor. I enjoyed real estate. I flipped a few properties. I held one that I rented. And then recently, John and I started a investment company along with another partner, Dusty McCoy. Right now we have 14 doors that we're holding for long term. And then we currently have 5 flips that we're doing right now in different stages. One's about ready to be listed probably in a couple weeks. And then we're closing on 2 of them this week and a little bit later.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much how the business you guys have work? You find something that needs a lot of work, do it all, then hold it for long term?
It depends on the property. If it's going to work for a long-term hold, yes. Right now, we're more focused on flips and making that immediate cash so that we can build up to buy some larger hold properties that'll rent out.
Cool. Are you guys doing all the work yourselves, or are you outsourcing?
No, we're outsourcing. It's hard to. We are doing some of the work. For example, Sunday, I was out at one of our properties clearing brush and getting the yard ready. Cold that day. I'm glad I don't do it all the time. But yeah, sometimes we roll up our sleeves and sometimes I'll do drywall work. Sometimes I'll do plumbing work. It just depends.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it.
Do you guys manage the properties too?
Yeah, we do have property management. It's a service that we do offer that we're scaling up. And as we grow, we're going to be doing more and more of it.
That's cool. So you guys are offering that to other people too?
Yes. Yeah.
What are your fees for that?
10%. Pretty standard. I know some property management companies can go up to 12 and 15%, but we think 10% is a pretty sweet spot. And one of the benefits about the way we do it is the investor has complete and total control over everything. We handle all the calls for service, and we get our contractors out there to fix anything. But as far as money coming in, it all flows right into their bank account. We don't control that money. They pay us afterwards.
Any kind of placement fees or anything?
No placement fees, no.
Oh, nice. Do you have anybody else coming to you for property management services yet, or is that something you're trying to advertise more?
So it's something that we're working with several commercial realtors to get more clients to come in. Right now, we don't have any outside clients. It's all our own properties. So if you are a realtor or a property investor out there that is looking for property management, absolutely contact me.
For sure. Same. I do property management as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey, there you go. 2 guys that can handle your properties for you.
Yeah. I just got my first investment property back in June.
Oh, nice.
It's
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's up in Brookville. It's a duplex.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
More units, the better.
Exactly.
So, and Brookville's a really nice area.
I like it a lot. Yeah. And it's great because the place is right next to an ice cream store. Mm-hmm. So anytime I go and check on the property, I get to go over there.
Benefits of being an investor.
Exactly. But then when I came over to Irongate's, when I started doing the property management for other people as well, and just kind of joined into their property management team. So I've got one house I'm trying to get tenants in right now over by the Fairfield Mall. And then hopefully I get some more people with some investment properties who need some tenants from there. But,
oh, that's fantastic. Now, is that something you want to really grow?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'd be good at that.
Good for you. Yeah. Now, how did it work? You originally started out in law enforcement. You wanted to go in that direction,
Yeah.
But it was such a popular avenue for a lot of people at the time that you didn't get to. What transitioned into how long have you been doing real estate?
So I've been doing real estate about 4 or 5 years. So it was an interesting transition. I started out wanting to be a police officer. Eventually all the certifications expired and I was delivering pizza. And I was like, this is not something I thought I'd be doing at this age. I really need to figure out something. And then I ended up going to work for TSA, doing the airport checkpoint screening.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually really fun.
Yeah.
And then
I'm sure you saw some amazing things in luggage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I told somebody they couldn't bring their blowtorch in their carry-on bag, and he got really upset with me once.
Yeah, he needed that wherever he was going.
It's emotional support blowtorch. Come on now. Wild stuff going through there. But that was a fun job. From there, becoming an EMT. And I was a firefighter for like 3 weeks.
Why 3 weeks?
I didn't like the people I was working with.
That does happen.
I kind of wish I had just gone to a different department because I think that was really the issue.
Yeah.
But the people at that specific department I was at just had such terrible attitudes towards me and everybody that it soured my experience of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So then I got into private EMS, and I was just driving people to and from nursing homes, and it was fun, and the pay wasn't bad, and the schedule was awesome. It was like 9 to 9, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
That is a good schedule.
Yeah. Like I never worked 2 days in a row. It was awesome. But there was just nowhere to really go from there unless I wanted to become a paramedic or move into the hospital settings. And paramedics are hard working people. Like they have to know all the different medications, all the different like contraindications for all the medications. They got to be able to administer them while doing math in the back of an ambulance that's bouncing up and down while somebody's dying. Like that's wild.
Yeah, they have to deal with somebody probably on one of their worst days.
Yeah, for real. And if they do one wrong miscalculation, they could kill somebody. So, I mean, they're on it, and they absolutely earn every penny they get. But even then, once you become a paramedic, like, what do you do from there?
Yeah.
I guess you could try to go and work on a helicopter or something. But I didn't really see a future in it. And a buddy of mine at the time, he owned a really small real estate brokerage up in Sydney. And I was talking to him about it because I've been interested in real estate investing forever. And he was like, "You ever thought about getting your license and being an agent?" I was like, "I haven't." So I got my license, became an agent. I worked for him for a little while, but I ran into the issue of having Sydney on my business cards. So then I'd literally hand them to people, and they'd be like, "Oh, no thanks, I want a local agent," and hand them back. No, I'm from Dayton. The brokerage is up there. I just work here. And it was really kind of hindering my ability to market myself.
Yeah.
Which sucked because everybody there was awesome. Like my buddy was awesome. He owned the brokerage. He showed me how to do everything. He was great. But I'm
seeing a theme here.
Yeah.
The people at your work either are awesome and you want to stay, but you have to leave.
Yeah.
Or they were terrible and you had to leave even though you liked the job.
Yeah. Very, very, very few people right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's always one extreme or the other. But from there, I went to a different brokerage, was there for a little while, realized that their fees and everything, they were just completely ripping me off. And then came over here to Irongate. Never looked back. There.
That's fantastic. And the people here are great.
People here are great.
Yeah.
Like the office is great. They have obviously some great equipment. Like all this stuff is just here. And
yeah, this is amazing. I'm looking around. I'm like, so John and I did a podcast a while back. A buddy of ours has a sound studio and he has a guy that runs it all. And I mean, I'm looking around and it's the same equipment that he has in this very professional studio. This is amazing.
This is amazing. And they just already had this set up. Like I didn't have to bring in a camera or a microphone or anything. Great.
Yeah, I had no idea this was there. I've done closings here before. So
this is awesome because I always struggled with social media content because I hate putting myself out there, which is not a good issue to have when you're in a job where you really have to do that to get clients.
And you're so good at it too. You're so good at this.
I've worked at it. It's still uncomfortable being in front of the cameras. The podcast setting is just great because I can kind of forget they're there and just have a conversation.
Right.
And then we've got an hour of social media content we can clip up and put out there forever.
Right.
And it's all good information for people. So it makes it easy.
Yeah.
So this is just a great resource. Before this, I was just trying to make videos in my car by myself with my phone. Not working out well.
Did you feel awkward doing that?
100%.
I feel the same way.
What kind of social media videos do you do, or how do you advertise your stuff?
I've tried numerous different things. I'm not very good at social media. I recently actually hired somebody to Grace Kavanaugh, the Grace Edit. I hired her, and she's going to be taking that over. I kind of just, I do a lot of networking. So everywhere I went, I would just take selfies. And I would post them with all the people I was with. I'd promote other people's businesses. That's kind of what I've been doing. But I know I do need to lean into more educational content for mortgages. So yeah, I'm pivoting that way.
So with the mortgages you do you guys do any in-house loans or anything that anyone else doesn't do?
We're direct mortgage loans. And the name is because we are a direct lender. We're not a brokerage, so we're not a middleman that's shopping other companies for you. We have institutional investors that provide the money for these mortgages. We service for a short time, but then the loans do get sold off.
So if you're selling the loans off, do they have to be like just the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac ones? Or can you actually sell off the more intricate ones?
There are some other things that, they don't necessarily have to be Fannie and Freddie. But yeah, if they do want to be sold off the traditional way, they do have to be in line with Fannie and Freddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys do like the people out there, the DSCR loans?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Debt service coverage ratio loans? Those are awesome. That's how I got my property.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So people who don't know what those are, if you don't necessarily, it's where you don't actually have to show your income to qualify for an investment property. So people who write off a bunch of stuff like real estate agents.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
And a lot of people who their business is primarily tips, and for whatever reason, they don't want to report their tips, things like that. Or mainly it's for people who write off a ton of their income.
Yeah.
So it looks on paper like they don't really have much, and then it's hard to get a loan.
Yeah.
The debt service coverage ratio loans come in and they say, okay, well, the property's making this much. As long as you can make the down payments and fees, then we can give you the loan on the property based on the actual income of the property.
Yeah, and the lenders the different investors will have certain guidelines. Yeah. So for example, a lot of them will have a 1.25 ratio where the property has to bring in 25% more than what the debt service is.
Makes sense. Yeah. Because if the property's breaking even or losing money, then that's a pretty bad investment.
Yeah, that's a bad investment. You don't want that. Yeah. And so it is a good rule of thumb. It does help you out in that sense where you're not buying a property that is not going to be profitable for you.
Yeah. That's awesome about real estate, is where you can actually crunch those numbers before you spend any money, which is awesome.
And you can buy a property that is underperforming. They can look at what the market rents should be, and you can still buy that property even though it's not currently making the money that it should.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you're getting the upside of that. You can turn a property around and make a lot more money with it.
Absolutely. And you guys can still sell those loans after you make them?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
As long as they're making that 1.5 or 1.2.
Yep. 1.25. Yep. And some of them will even go down to, I believe, 1.1. But most of ours are 1.25.
And do you sell them to corporations or private investors, or how do you do that?
So it's institutional investors. Yeah, okay. They'll get sold on the open market.
Interesting. There's just an open market for that?
Not an open market in the traditional sense, but yeah, BlackRock and other,
I know a lot of retirement accounts do that.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty safe investments.
They are, yeah. Overall, they're safe investments. People need to stay in their home, so they're going to make that payment. Yeah. Normally, it's a last ditch kind of thing where they don't make their payment. So it's a pretty low risk investment.
Nice. On any of the properties that your company is actually currently managing, have you had to evict anybody yet?
No. We've been able to, we've had a few people that were a little slow pay, but we got them caught up. So no, everybody's performing really well. Nice. One of the big things with property management is getting the right people in.
100%.
As you know.
Yeah.
So as long as you have good people, shouldn't have any problems.
Yeah. What kind of criteria do you look at for tenants?
It's their background, their job history, their bank statements, money's continually going into it and coming out for their bills, and they're consistently paying.
Do you look at, I know for my properties, I won't let anyone in if they have prior evictions and stuff. Do you do that as well? Correct.
Yeah. Because that's a bad sign. Yeah. If they let it get that far, most likely there's going to be another one. And so when you got your DSCR loan, I know you got it through, who did you get it through?
I got it through Lindsay at Cross Country.
Yes.
Yeah.
I spoke to her at the holiday party, the
nice.
DABR holiday party.
Yeah,
she's been doing it for a long time. She is a wealth of information.
She's awesome. And she's got a ton of investment properties too. She knows everything about the business inside and out. She's awesome.
Yeah. I actually listened to your guys' podcast, quite a bit of it. It was really good. Yeah.
She's good. I know she was nervous to be on the camera, but I think she did a great job.
I think she did a great job too. Yeah. Absolutely.
Super informative.
I didn't even notice that she was nervous to be in front of the camera. She seems so natural in front of it. Yeah.
She's awesome. I went to a few lenders before her. There was one, I was upset with them.
Really?
They were the first
happened?
person to tell me about a DSCR loan. And they're like, oh, we started this new thing. It's a DSCR loan. Here's how it works. I'm like, that's awesome. I can actually do that because I'd only been a real estate agent for a couple of years at the time. And of course, your first 1 or 2 years of being a real estate agent, you don't make a whole lot of money because nobody knows you do it. And nobody wants to trust a brand new agent with such a big responsibility.
Right.
So most of the time when you do a traditional loan, they want like 2 years of your commission statements to show that you're actually making money.
Yep.
And of course, the first 2 years of my real estate career, I wasn't making a whole lot of money. And now I'm in year 3. So I just didn't qualify for anything when it came to get an investment property. And I had enough money for like a down payment and repairs and stuff, but no one would give me the loan. And then I found out about the DSCR loans. So that's great. Sat down with her. She tells me all that she knows about it. I'm like, that sounds fantastic. I'm going to do that. And I go out and I waste about a week or two finding the perfect property, going out to see a bunch of them, sit down with her. It's like, all right, I found one. Let's do this. And she's like, oh, I didn't actually know what I was doing when I was telling you about this loan.
Oh, no. That's not a good sign.
One of the requirements is you have to own a house already. I'm like, that would have been great information when I sat down and talked to you about this loan the first time.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if I had sent a client to her and wasted the client's time. Now they don't trust her or me.
Yeah.
That was pretty pissed off.
That's ruining your reputation.
Yeah. So I never sent anyone to her ever again.
Shocking.
Yeah. And then I found Lindsay, and Lindsay helped me out, and Lindsay was just great from start to finish.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was awesome.
Good, good.
Have you been able to help any other real estate agents buy their first investment property?
So no, I haven't worked with any realtors. My investment manager his name's Zach Winning. He's with Morgan Stanley.
That's a good last name.
That's why I picked him as my investment manager. I mean, with last name like Winning, you got to go with him.
Yeah.
Actually, when I met him and I sat down for a one-to-one, had some coffee, and I thought it was going to be like a 30, 45-minute conversation. And I think we sat there for like 2.5 hours talking.
Nice.
Great guy, a wealth of knowledge, especially when it comes to real estate and taxes. So I ended up, that day I signed everything over to him. I'm like, you handle everything. But yeah, currently we're shopping for some stuff for him.
Nice.
So looking at some properties, looked at four units that were available as a package deal. So he's looking over the numbers on that.
Yeah, when you have a bunch of money and you can start making some deals like that, you can make some quick, big money.
Yeah. Yep. So if anybody needs a money manager, Zach Winning over it. With a last name like Winning, come on.
Yeah. What company does he work for?
Morgan Stanley.
Morgan Stanley. Okay. Yeah. And when they're doing your investments, are they primarily just doing stocks and stuff?
Yeah. Right now, that's what I have. It's self-directed, so you can pick and choose. And I explained to him what I wanted, and he was able to customize everything for me.
Nice.
So yeah, he actually went a lot farther than I thought he would. He ended up talking to me about, getting a will and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is getting morbid. He's like, we got to think about this stuff.
Yeah.
So
you want to make sure your money's going to the right spot.
Yep.
And I know with like life insurance policies, if you get the right ones, you can actually borrow money from it at some point and invest with that money, but you got to do it all right.
Yeah. The nice thing is with Morgan Stanley, you can collateralize your investments. And depending on, what you have, it can range from, I think, like 65% up to 90%. You can borrow a percentage of it.
Yeah, borrowing money for investments it's good if you can do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Borrow till you die if you can.
That's the greatest thing about the real estate investing is once some of those houses you bought initially gain all that equity, you borrow money from yourself, buy more.
Yeah.
Since you're borrowing money, you're not paying taxes on it. You didn't sell anything.
Right.
And the snowball is just wild.
Yeah. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to pay taxes on money you borrow.
Yep.
And it's one of the best hacks.
It's such a great system. I try to tell everybody about it. As soon as I figured out some of how it worked, I just lost it and went down the rabbit hole and just devoted everything to it. It's got to be the best way to invest, period.
I know a lot of people who invest in real estate. It's if you look at who's a millionaire or a billionaire.
Yeah, it's all real estate.
It's real estate.
There's a couple of people who got it from divorce, but the person they took it from got it in real estate.
Right. Or they own their own business that they built up over the years. So it's either business or real estate. And real estate's the easiest one, I think.
100%.
It's the safest one, too.
Yeah, for sure. Because like we said, you can crunch all the numbers before you spend a dime.
Yeah.
And unless something
tax
crazy
advantages.
unforeseen comes up. Yeah, the tax advantages are insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that can separate somebody who's just working a W-2 job, has their taxes taken out before they even see the money. If they just have a few real estate investments, that it can change their life.
100%. Yeah, because just the revenue streams from the properties are crazy. Being able to borrow money from yourself is crazy. Getting the tax benefits from it at the end are crazy.
Yep. Making money while you sleep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And even if you bought a house and you made not a penny on it as far as like whatever.
Yeah,
like
just
30
broke even.
years.
Just broke even.
Yeah. Think about the prices 30 years ago compared to now. How much money you made just owning the thing.
Yeah. Just one property
Yeah.
could drastically change your retirement.
Yeah. It's one of the few investments that really completely saves you from inflation.
Yeah.
Like, not only that, inflation kind of benefits you.
It does. That's true.
Because everybody else's money is going down while yours is kind of staying up.
Yeah, because rents historically have always trended upward. You own a property for 10 years, most likely it's doubled in value.
Yeah. Unless you just completely didn't, like, if you neglect it and it falls down, that's kind of on you.
That's like, yeah, that's on you. That's you did not read the entire book on that. Yeah, it's there. I don't think there's a better investment.
100%. And it just, what's great is you can just keep rolling it into other stuff. Perfect analogy somebody said once was Monopoly, where it's like you buy 4 houses and then eventually you sell those and buy a hotel.
Yeah.
But really you 1031 exchange them into a hotel and you just don't pay taxes on them.
There you go. Exactly.
It's such a cool way to do it.
You're probably a fan of Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh yeah, that's what got me.
The game Cash Flow. And yeah.
I played that game a lot. That's a cool game.
I think they should be playing that in school.
They should.
I don't know about you, but
schools are all about teaching you how to be an employee, though.
Yeah.
Like there's some weird classes. Like you would think that they would have a class teaching you how to do your taxes or how to start a business or how to make an LLC or how to invest. None of that.
None of it.
Not a word of it.
Just be an employee and consume.
Yeah. I had a friend of a friend who was a teacher in like a high school class and they were getting ready to graduate. And she asked me if I wanted to come in and talk to them about real estate investing. I was like, absolutely. So I go in there and start talking to them and their eyes just light up. They're like, this is possible?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. I've got a buddy who, his son he recently graduated high school. He's going to eventually become a firefighter. He has his own landscaping company and he's starting to transition into doing some interior renovations as well for houses. Good kid, very money motivated. He wants to buy a duplex.
Yeah. That's how to do it.
When I was his age, I was not thinking about buying a duplex.
Same.
So it's good to see things are changing.
Yeah.
People are becoming more educated. I think podcasts like this are helping the internet.
The internet's helping a lot. I really feel like maybe some people would disagree with this, but when I was growing up, I feel like I wasted a lot of time in college. I really wish I didn't go.
Yeah.
But that was like the only option. There was no one else telling you to do anything else. When I was growing up, it was either, hey, do you want to clean toilets for a living or do you want to go to college and get, some kind of big money paying job?
Yeah, that was the subscribed method of living life.
That's all we heard. But like,
go to college.
Then you grow up and you're like, wait a minute, if I had completely skipped college, I could have saved probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, become an electrician or something, and I'd be making hundreds of thousands of dollars in the first couple of years.
Or more. You could have your own
business, you do
company and have other electricians working for you.
And a nice practical skill that you can use on your own house and your friends' houses if something happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and think about how many people in this country have a degree and they don't even use it anymore. They don't work in that field. The vast majority, yeah. And it's nice to see that like the trades are coming back.
Yeah.
I have a buddy who his son's a commercial electrician, and he's young, he's making great money, and it's only going to get better for him.
Yeah. Like I really wish I had done that.
Yeah.
By the time I realized it was pretty much too late.
I think a lot of people look down on tradesmen.
I have no idea why, until they need them.
Until they need them.
Then they're willing to pay them anything to get them out to their house.
Yeah, think about plumbers.
Yeah.
The traditional thought of a plumber is a guy, bent over working under a sink and his butt crack showing.
Yeah.
Those guys make 6 figures.
Yeah.
And they're extremely necessary for society. So
I know a guy who owns his own plumbing company. He's making over $200K a year.
He's doing great.
He's doing great.
Yeah. And AI is not going to replace that.
No, AI is not replacing plumbers.
No. We might. What do you think the chances of AI replacing us are?
I think it would be a minute before they could do anything like that.
I think in mortgages, I could be replaced.
Mortgages, I mean, anything that's more heavy on the computer side of it,
Yeah.
I think is going to get replaced by AI a lot faster.
Yeah.
If your job involves sitting behind a desk typing, AI is coming for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be a while. The AI we have now, I wouldn't trust them with my loan.
No, I wouldn't either. And that's, I'm glad you bring that up. Still, even with as advanced as AI is getting, you still need somebody to help guide you through it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of options, and depending on what your situation is, there might be something that's better for you than this.
100%.
But the rate that AI is progressing is unbelievable.
It is wild. It'll be interesting to see where it is, because you think about where it was like a couple of years ago when they couldn't even get fingers right on hands, and now it's indistinguishable from reality.
Yeah.
And
How much do you use AI?
I use it here and there to make my life a little easier. I'll use it to like write descriptions for stuff. I definitely use it for that, because it's like, why would I spend 30 minutes typing when I could spend 5 seconds saying, hey, write me a prompt that says this?
Yeah.
Grok, it's like Elon Musk's AI app, where you can actually just type in a prompt and it'll make you like a 5-second video. So I had a fun little video of me fighting a real estate sign.
That's fantastic. That's very
that was pretty funny.
Creative.
But I don't use it too much yet. There's only so much you can do with like a 5-second video.
Right.
But eventually it'll get there. I think there's some AI apps that'll actually help you edit a podcast, but I haven't looked into them too much.
Yeah, I actually was a little embarrassed when I was at a networking event. And we were talking about AI, and I asked. I was probably the youngest person. I'm 49, but I think I was the youngest person in this room at the time, or close to it. And I asked, how many of you guys are using AI every day in your businesses? Everybody was, except for me. I was like, oh, I'm behind.
You're not using it at all? Or did you start after that?
I did start after that. I'm using it for kind of the same stuff you are, just small things I'll run something by AI and see if it can improve it. If it can, I'll use it. A lot of times I'm tweaking it though, to put a more personalized spin on it.
Yeah, you pretty much have to. And then you always have to double check it, because it'll say some weird stuff.
Yeah.
I hear some big company, I don't know if it's NVIDIA or something similar to NVIDIA, but they're planning on buying some giant spot of land, building like a city size like AI server.
Wow.
That'll be nuts.
Well, so I know like the power demand.
Yeah.
I've heard that now they can make nuclear reactors like the size of a shipping container, like a 40-foot shipping container, and it can power an entire AI.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's the future's going to be cool.
It's full of tiny nuclear reactors.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, dating myself, but I remember a buddy of mine in elementary school had a lunchbox, and on the cover it said 1999, and it was the moon, and there was a moon base, and you know, we were living on the moon. And for a while, I've been really disappointed in the future. But with AI and robotics and some of the stuff that Musk is doing, I'm like, come on, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I think the next 20 years are going to be wild.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that he's pushing is just really freaking cool. I remember he was talking about replacing shingles on houses with little solar panels.
Yeah.
To just power your house. Like, that's cool. Yeah, I heard about that years and years ago. I don't know whatever happened to that, but it's a cool idea.
Well, I think his company developed it. Like,
did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You could buy a
that.
Tesla roof now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. I don't know how many of them out there are, but I remember when I first heard about it, I looked into it, and he really was developing it.
That's cool. Yeah, he's done a lot to just push the innovation. Like, people, whether you like Musk or not, doesn't really matter. If you look at the history of like just the electric car,
right,
the EV ones and stuff, I did a report on them, and I think it was either high school or college. It was cool. They came out with this electric car. I don't remember which company did it, but they did everything in their power to kill it, because they kept wanting to produce the gas power cars.
Right. Yeah. Because we were
And
so dependent on fossil fuel, everybody freaked out that
they were like, oh, it can only go like 50, 60 miles without electric charge. And then immediately they came out with a battery that could do like 300 something miles.
Yeah.
And it would have completely just replaced all the gas guzzling cars.
Yeah, I think people today I don't know if it's a mind shift that needs to change, but like nothing ever starts out perfect.
Yeah.
It's
nothing.
always a progression. And even if it can only do 50 miles today, yeah, eventually it's going to be 500. Now we have cars doing 500-600.
Yeah, easy.
So,
and all that innovation happened because he created his own company and kind of forced people to acknowledge that, hey, if you're not going to make one, I'm going to make one. And now all these other companies have them. But they wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for him.
And I love the fact that he's willing to try things.
Yeah.
The Cybertruck. A lot of people hate it. I love it. I get it. It's interesting looking. It's futuristic looking. I personally like it. What do you think?
I don't like how it looks, but I think it's really cool. I
what
listened to him
off
talk
of?
about it. And the stuff he said about it was just really cool. Because I have not done any research on it. But he said that Cybertruck can outperform a Porsche while towing a Porsche.
Yes.
Like, that's freaking cool.
Yeah, the video is amazing.
Bulletproof for no reason. Like, why not? That's just awesome.
Why not? Yeah, why not have a bulletproof truck that can outrun a Porsche while towing a Porsche?
Right, that's just insane.
Yeah, it's based off of the cars from Blade Runner, the 1982 movie. Because I love how he's so into pop culture and stuff, and he puts little things in like
Make the rocket pointier.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I mean, when he first started SpaceX, a lot of people were making fun of him because they're like, "Oh, his rockets blow up." Well, it's like, yeah, they're trying to make them blow up to see what their limits are, and
Yeah, you got to stress test them.
yeah, I mean, he wants to go to Mars. A lot of people say it's a bad idea. It's like,
why not?
we got to push it.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that we've never been back to the moon.
I don't know the history of all that. I mean, I would assume there's just not much there to really do. But I mean, that's
Well, I mean, now they're talking about mining.
are the resources up there. I thought it was all pretty much made of the same stuff.
So it turns out there's a ton of water
Oh, I didn't know that.
trapped in, which means that can be used as fuel to jump off to Mars.
Interesting.
We could separate the oxygen and hydrogen, and
Kind of like they're doing with the hydrogen cars, just electrolysis, the oxygen out of it, use the hydrogen, take off.
yeah.
That's
I'm a
neat.
big space nerd, so like I follow all that stuff. I want to be able to go there so badly. It probably won't happen in my lifetime, but
I mean, aren't they selling flights now to? I mean, it's kind of space. It's like high atmosphere, but like it feels like space.
well, if my partners and I can achieve what we want to achieve, yeah, I could probably afford it, but it's going to be a while.
There you go. That would be a good social media video.
Oh, that absolutely. That'll be a podcast we could do when I get back.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
down.
yeah. All right, nice.
Yeah, he's doing some cool stuff. And yeah, just forcing the innovation of other people. That in itself is awesome.
And I think there's things that we can take from him into our businesses. Just thinking outside the box, like how can we better serve our customers, and what can we do to advertise ourselves that would get attention or something like that. I don't know.
I had a lot of fun playing with that AI app, that Grok.
Yeah, I've been using Perplexity lately.
I've heard of that one. I haven't messed with it.
It's so far it's really good, but I will say I think Grok has better personality because doesn't it like talk back to you a little bit? I haven't used it much, but
I haven't used it much either. Mainly, I just used it for the videos.
yeah,
I've had like my cat fight a bear, just like
Oh,
silly
nice.
stuff like that.
nice. How did it do?
It did pretty good. But I've just used it for like the videos for novelty stuff and a little bit of advertising.
Yeah, nice. I know there are some realtors that are using it quite a bit. I don't know if you know April Rich.
No.
Her Facebook, she puts a lot of stuff that she's done with AI, and it's really cool videos.
I have used it to make like little graphics and like the page, like advertisements, you pop up places.
Mm-hmm.
I was using it to make little graphics for the end of each of the videos, but it just kind of got repetitive, and I don't think anyone was really looking at them anyway. So
Yeah.
I just started putting my logo on.
Nice. Okay.
But I need to look into whichever one's supposed to edit podcasts for you, because it'll go through and it'll like fix the camera angles, and like, pull out clips so you don't have to do anything. But
Oh, I think I have heard of that where, yeah, it'll pull out shorts for
Yeah.
you to start using.
like right now, I'm just doing everything myself, and it takes forever. But
How long
Not
do you
mine.
spend editing this stuff?
depends on the video. So if somebody says a lot, it takes forever to edit that video, because I try to cut out as many ums as I can. Because that drives me nuts.
I'm going to think about it.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can cut them out. I'm used to it.
Right.
But like, a couple of the interviews I've talked to people, and they said like every other sentence, And it took me like 3-4 hours to edit that hour-long video because I'd have to like stop, chop that, make sure all the cuts like made sense, and then keep going on. So if you see a weird cut in one of my videos, that's what happened. I cut out an and I couldn't make it sync right. I'm getting pretty good at it though.
I have to be honest with you. Every one that I've watched, I haven't noticed any of that.
Nice.
Your clips have been really good.
I appreciate it. It took me a minute. The first like 2 or 3 videos I came out with, I didn't know how to do it. So those are kind of choppy, but after that, I figured it out.
Now, are there other words that you've had people use a lot, like literally?
I haven't come up with that one. I haven't run into anyone who says like a lot yet. One that I've cut out, people use and where they don't really need it. Like, so we were doing this and then we did that and we did this and that's just how they talk for the full hour. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that would get exhausting and literally annoying.
Exactly.
No, I was at dinner with some friends, and one of our friends, she likes to use the word literally. I stopped
Literally all the time.
Literally all the time, and I stopped counting after 30.
Oh my God.
I'm already at 30.
Yeah.
Stop counting now.
That's an annoying trait. She probably doesn't realize she's doing it.
No, she does it. And it's actually, now it's a fun thing for me to make fun of. It's a little thing that we have now.
Yeah. There's some mannerisms. I remember, this isn't actually the first podcast I've ever done. I was doing an audio only one with my buddy a long time ago. And we were just doing like monthly goals and talking about how we did on that month's goals and what got in our way and whatnot. And I realized on that one, I was saying like a lot. And that's where I figured it out. I'm like, okay, I need to train myself to not do that. So that's when I started. And ever since then, listening to podcasts or editing podcasts or people where there's or like weird pauses you could have cut out. Like, spend the time. Like I try to really take my time when I'm editing it. I go through each video twice.
Yeah.
I go through once that takes a long time to make sure I get as much as I can. And then I do it again to make sure I didn't miss anything. And almost every single time, that second pass through, I find like 3 or 4 things I didn't catch the first time. Cut them out, fix them. Good to go from there.
Nice. I will say, I think people who listen to podcasts a lot, I think they're better conversationalists.
I think so, because you get to listen to other people talk.
Right.
Yeah.
And you learn that I just said like.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know. But I noticed that I'm more inquisitive and I ask better questions because I listen to a lot of podcasts and I'll judge podcasts. I'm like, oh man, he's asking really good questions.
Yeah.
So, and when somebody's not very good, there's just like, it's just not there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you have it.
I try.
I think you have it.
Like
definitely.
you said, I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I try to like, and I try to think about what I could do better in future episodes. And
this is what we're doing from
this
now
is why
on.
I don't try to think about it because then I start doing it forever. It's all right. I'll cut it all out later. But I try to ask better questions. And a lot of the times when I'm talking to somebody, I'll try to think of questions ahead of time to ask them. But it's tricky to try to think of that, try to keep it in your mind, and also continue to listen to them. Because I don't want to just zone out while you're talking and think about my next question. I hate that.
Right.
I try to not jump all over the place, but sometimes I know if I don't say something, I'm going to lose the idea.
Yeah. I do it all the time. Like there's something I want to ask you, but I'm holding off right now because we're on a train of thought. But I have it in the back of my head, so we'll get to it later. It's fine.
In that case, I'm going to use this as a horrible segue to get off topic for a second. We were talking about stocks and whatnot. You mentioned BlackRock. I don't remember if it was millions or billions, but they spent a ton of money buying Bitcoins and started a Bitcoin ETF. That's weird. A company.
So if you own Bitcoin, if you bought Bitcoin years ago, you're well positioned for what's to come. Because I mean, the government has completely changed their tune around cryptocurrencies.
They tried to start their own for a while, didn't they?
They have started.
What's it called?
Our own sovereign wealth fund. The government owns around 200,000 Bitcoin currently.
Interesting.
All from seizures. websites that we've shut down,
Yeah.
accounts that we've confiscated, drug dealers, whatever. But I think that's and I think eventually the government's going to start purchasing companies like MicroStrategy. I think they renamed, now they're just Strategy. They own billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum that they've been purchasing nonstop, monthly. And I have a feeling that that's how we're going to get out of debt as a country.
Interesting.
Because right now Bitcoin is valued at around, I think, 91,000 today, give or take. There's a limited supply. 42 million will only ever, or no, I'm sorry, 21 million, I think, will ever exist. And most of them have already been mined. There's only a small amount that hasn't been mined yet. So eventually, 10 years from now, what's it going to be worth? $1 million per coin? 5 million?
That's the thing. There's no telling, because if they come out with something else and say, "Oh no, we're all going to use this," then the Bitcoin goes down to nothing, and then everyone's screwed. Or at least everybody who has it. So I've always stayed away from the Bitcoins and the cryptocurrency because it's not something I fully understand, and it feels a lot like the ETF stuff.
Yeah.
People buying pictures of monkeys for like thousands of dollars, and the next day they're worth pennies, and I don't know. It's strange. There's definitely going to be something happening with it. There has to be.
Well, when institutional investors jump in, governments jump in.
That's why BlackRock jumping in on it is serious business.
Yeah, people like the Winklevoss twins, they have their own exchange that has been hugely successful. And when individuals, companies, and governments own millions and billions of dollars worth of it, it's not going away.
Moves.
Yeah, and if you're sitting on even a tenth of one, I think you're going to have a great next 10, 15 years.
I'll tell you, it's a perfect opportunity to tell this story. So back when I was working for TSA, I had a buddy there who was just obsessed with cryptocurrency. That's all he wanted to talk about. I tried to talk to him about like stocks and real estate, and he was like, "Oh, no, cryptocurrency." And he got into like the weird coins that nobody ever talked about.
Yeah.
And I was bored. He kept trying to get me to invest, and I was like, if it kills a week and gives me something to talk to him about at work, I'll do it. So he found one called Mooncoin. And Mooncoin, I guess it was a concept I'd never heard of called a burn coin, which means every time somebody sells it, they keep a tiny portion of it and redistribute it to everybody who currently has the currency. So if you don't buy anything at all, you can just sit there on your app and watch it go up.
Yeah.
Whatever, that sounds like a cool idea. I'll buy some Mooncoin. I put like $100 worth of Mooncoin, which is already stupid because to do it, you had to like buy Bitcoin, transfer it to another app so that you can buy the Mooncoin. Like, why wouldn't I just buy Bitcoin?
Yeah, it used to be so inefficient.
Like, this is whatever. It gives me something to talk about for a week. So I bought $100 worth of Mooncoin. Like 3 or 4 days later, I was the proud owner of like $3 worth of Mooncoin.
Perfect.
It gave me something to talk about at work for a week. I don't want to know how much money he put into it. I'm sure it was a lot because he was all for it.
How long ago was that?
How long? It was like, had to been 2014, 2015, something like that.
Yeah, the real Wild West of cryptocurrency. Yeah. It's still the Wild West, but it's more going mainstream now for several years. And man, if he would have picked the right one, you'd be sitting pretty.
Yeah, he didn't.
Unfortunate.
There's got to be billions of them that are the wrong one.
Yeah, that's the trick though. And anymore, we know which ones are the established ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana.
I hadn't heard of Solana.
Yeah, so the Solana network and the Ethereum network, you can build on them.
Okay.
So they actually have utility. So I used to be in logistics and trucking, the shipping containers that go back and forth between countries and sail all over the world. Since I think 2013, they've used Ethereum smart contracts for those. And it's a way for them to get instant signatures, agreement on a contract, and it can't be altered. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's got some utility that's going to pop up. It's going to be wild to see where the world is in 10 years between Bitcoin and AI and
Bitcoin could be worth, $5 million a coin. Ethereum could be worth $100,000 a coin. Who knows?
Or it could all be worth zero, and there could be something else.
Or it could be worth zero.
ETFs could come back Strong.
I think you're thinking of NFTs, right? NFTs.
ETFs are exchange trade funds. That's a stock thing. You're right.
Yeah.
NFTs.
Those are valid.
Yeah.
But yeah, the NFTs, that was a wild 6 months, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I think the Ukraine war had just started and people were making millions of dollars on NFTs, just digital
Just ripping
pictures.
people off.
Yeah.
Completely. That was something I can't believe people actually bought into. It's like, I own the rights to this picture, but anyone can still use it and pay me nothing. And it's a stupid picture that no one would want.
Yeah.
Why would you spend money on that?
I remember somebody was creating NFTs of gorillas, just different gorillas, some wearing dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they made like $300,000 in a week.
Wild.
I was like, I should have jumped on that. Could have had ducks or something.
There you go. We can corner the duck market right now. There's so many people that are just ripping people off in that space too. Like so many people that hype up a coin or something specifically just so they can rug pull it out and take all the money that people have.
Yeah.
There's just so many landmines in that.
Yeah, it's like any industry in its infancy. In the beginning, it's just the Wild West. People are just ripping people off. And
they got Bitcoin ATMs now.
Yeah.
Like there's one over on, it's near Far Hills at a gas station. They just have a Bitcoin ATM where you can go in there and put money in and it'll give you Bitcoins.
Yeah. It's crazy,
They'll
isn't
send
it?
it to your like virtual wallet or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people use it when they're transferring money overseas because there's less like fees and stuff.
Oh yeah, less fees. And it's instant, I suppose.
Yeah. So a lot of people who have family over there will come here, get a job, buy Bitcoin and send it over there. Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. And it does, there is that problem of sending money and the expense of it. And if something can do it instantly and cheaper, like why not?
Yeah. So it's got utility.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting how the blockchain has developed and is being used. I know it's used in the healthcare industry. I know it's used in the shipping industry.
I saw a guy at the Renaissance Fair who had a store and he had a big sign that says, I accept Bitcoin. I'm waiting for people to start buying houses with Bitcoin. That's going to be interesting.
So I remember hearing about, there was a woman who started a company, and this was a long time ago. I don't know what's happened since then, but she would help people buy actual things with their cryptocurrency, like cars and houses and stuff, because at first people had made all this money and they couldn't spend it.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely going to be a job for a little while.
Yeah. Can you imagine going to the title agency? How's he paying? Bitcoin.
Sooner or later, that's
it'll
going to be a thing.
It'll just be a tap on your phone.
That'll be normal. It's like, all right, scan your finger. We'll bring up your wallet. All right, cool.
Yep.
Transfer the Bitcoins. We're done.
Yep.
That'll be a wild time.
And then you've got like North Korea, who's they're stealing cryptocurrency. You know,
that's the other thing. If it's online, like there's hackers out there.
Yeah.
Stuff happens like that all the time. And then are you going to go to the police station and say, hey, somebody in North Korea stole my 1,000 Bitcoins, save me? They're not going to do anything. They're not going to have any idea what the hell you're talking about or even how to help if they wanted.
Actually, I think recently somebody got scammed at a Bitcoin ATM. I think it was a foreigner. They called somebody here in the United States, claimed that they were a police officer and their grandson had been arrested, and sent them money via Bitcoin.
Yeah, you're never getting that back.
Never.
They couldn't help you if they wanted to. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Even if it was in America and they don't have to deal with the overseas like tape of trying to get something from there. If it was your neighbor who did it, like how are you going to prove it? How are they going to prove it?
Yeah, good luck.
Especially if it wasn't like millions of dollars. Like, how much would they have to spend to get tech experts to go into the system to prove through the blockchain that this guy stole your money? Like, they're not going to do it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it is unfortunate.
There was an interview I was listening to. I don't remember who it was they were talking to, but they were talking to some like kid who was doing cryptocurrency. Call him a kid. He was just a younger guy. And he was talking about visiting other countries where people are rich. And he was like, you don't want to do that. Like, why not? Like, we're just going to take you in a room, beat you up, make you unlock your phone, send us the Bitcoin. Then you're going to go home and cry about it because they're not going to help you. They don't know how to help you. We have your Bitcoin. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
He's like, crap, I can't go over there. Like, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely don't brag that you have a bunch of cryptocurrency, especially if you're in another country that who's going to protect you?
Yeah.
You're not surrounded by your people anymore.
Yeah.
So
now you got to deal with that country and their laws, and it's some wild times.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Like you're always living history.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think people get too caught up in, listening to the news and getting upset about this or that and political things. But like, we're watching things unfold. We're watching the future, being written, and it's really interesting.
It is. People get way too wrapped up in politics.
Yeah.
That's something I really try to avoid on here. There's politics everywhere. You want to go hop on TikTok. You get all the politics you want. Hop on the news, listen to any of that nonsense you want. I don't care. I don't want that here. I don't care.
Yeah.
And my opinion
Same.
isn't going to change anyone else's opinion anyway.
So, yeah.
And I don't care enough to do the research either. So.
Yeah, you got your own life to live.
Exactly.
And it's not going to help you to get involved in somebody else's opinions. Yeah. Now, let me ask you, you're a realtor with Irongate. I'm a realtor with Plum, but we're all on the same team, or that's the way I view it. I was talking with, her name's Morgan Skinner. She's a realtor with Howard Hanna, fantastic realtor. And we were talking about how some realtors get really kind of aggressive during negotiations. They're adversarial. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Really. Because, you got to do what's best for your client as well.
Yeah.
Pissing off the other side is probably not the best thing.
Probably not.
But there's times where you do have to be kind of tough in the negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really situational. I really try not to do that. But there have been times they're like, we're not going to do anything. Like, okay, well, then we're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's the reality of it. And well, the conversation started off with her talking about how other realtors view her as competition. I was like, well, that's unfortunate because we're in a profession where we all work together. Yeah. We see each other face to face and have to talk on the phone and communicate. But yeah, I just view it as like we're all working for our clients. We're all on the same team. Yeah. Let's just get the deal done. So everybody's happy. I don't know. I had a deal where the closing date was set for the other realtor's first day of vacation.
Fun. And
she's like, is there any way we can change it? So I go back to my clients and they're like, that's the only day we have available. So she said, I said, listen, I can take care of your clients. It's no problem. I'll look after them at the title company. I said, I'll even take pictures for you. So you have them for your social media and stuff. She's like, cool. Are you serious? You're going to do that? And I'm like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. I think, even though we work for different brokerages and stuff, we all do the same job. So
yeah, I try to be like that. And I've only had like one or two instances in the years I've been doing this where it didn't work out. One where it was the other agent just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Another where he was a brand new agent and he messed up and he didn't want to look bad. Like,
understandable.
Sorry,
yeah.
Like it was.
But you shouldn't let your ego get in the way.
What happened was I was helping the buyer buy his seller's house, and the sellers had another property they were going to move into, and he didn't make anything contingent upon anything. Mm. So we're going to close on this date on their house, and the house that these people were buying had a tree fall on it. So he's like, "Oh, we got to delay closing, or else they're going to be homeless." I'm like, "My people's lease are coming up. They're not going to be homeless. Your people don't have a contract contingent upon anything."
Yeah.
Sounds like you're putting them up in a hotel. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have contracts and we have them for that very reason.
Exactly.
Is so that, and there's earnest money. It's to hold people's feet to the fire so they actually go through with the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. All they have to do is rent a hotel.
For like a week.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Well, they moved the tree. It wasn't that big a deal, but he didn't want to look bad. His entire argument was, I don't want to make them homeless. I'm like, well, you did.
Yeah. What do you say at that point? The reality is what the reality is.
Yeah. So, I mean, that one, I tried not to get too rude with him. I just, as politely as I could, explain to him that it was all his fault.
Yeah.
But it was what it was. Hopefully he learned something. He was brand new, too. I looked at his license. He'd been doing it for like 3 months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just didn't want to look bad.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like sometimes you just have to have those hard conversations with your client. You just have to go back to him like, look, we have a contract. Unfortunately, we have to fulfill it. Otherwise, there's going to be repercussions. Like if you want to deal with those repercussions, possible lawsuits, we can go forward with that. But like, I highly recommend not.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get you a hotel.
Yeah. I had one group of clients that
He could have even said, I'll split the cost with you.
yeah. He could have.
Probably didn't.
Probably didn't. But I had one client that I quit talking to after they went under contract with a house, just decided after all the inspections were done to just send a roofer out there to look at the house. Didn't tell me, didn't tell the seller. Roofer is on the roof looking at this house without permission.
What?
I hear about it afterward. They're like, oh, hey, the roofer we sent out there said the whole roof needs to be replaced and we're not going to buy the house. I'm like, okay, well, lots of things are wrong here. Number one, you sent somebody out there without any permission. Can't do that.
You need to do it through me.
You should have done it through me like I told you in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because we're outside the inspection window. You should have done that. We had 14 days for you to do that.
Yeah.
And you waited till like day 16 to send somebody out there without permission to do it. They're like, well, we're not going to buy the house. I'm like, they can sue you and they will win because you can't do that. Like, well, we're not going to buy it. Like, okay, I'm taking screenshots of every single message I've sent you saying that you are going to get yourself sued. Please don't do this.
Yeah, they're rolling the dice on that one.
Luckily, they didn't get sued, but I was fully prepared for that to be a lawsuit. Like, they went against my advice on every turn, and they were like, we see this house? No.
Oh, that's
absolutely not.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, my God. That was wild.
Wow.
Have you had anything like that?
Actually, well, it makes me think of a former client that I had that I ended up firing him as a client. We went under contract. It was the perfect house for him. He loved it. His girlfriend loved it. I told him, got to put the earnest money down. He's like, well, what happens with this money? I said, oh, you get it back when we close. It's there to make sure that you go through with the contract. But yeah, you get it at closing.
Yeah.
Gets applied to everything. And so once we got the inspections back, he was fine with everything. We sent out a repair list. They were fine with all of it. They started getting underway with the repairs, sending me updates on it.
Nice.
It's going great. And then all of a sudden, I think what happened was his dad or an uncle or somebody had looked at the inspection report and started pointing things out. And it freaked him out. And he called me. He's like, hey, I want to back out. I was like, yeah, can't anymore. He's like, what are you talking about? You said I'd get that money back. I said, yeah, at closing. The whole purpose of that money is to get you through this contract and make sure you perform. And he just wouldn't listen to me. And he ended up having to give up his earnest money, unfortunately.
I mean, luckily, that's all that happened. They easily could have sued him.
They easily could have sued him. Yeah. Luckily, it was the other clients. They were really a sweet old couple. They were fine with it. They kept the earnest money, which
they should.
They should. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's always how I describe the earnest money is you get it back if you leave for a good reason. They get to keep it if you just change your mind or leave for a bad reason.
Yeah.
Like if the appraisal doesn't come back and you guys can't sort out the price, you get the earnest money back.
Yeah.
The inspections come back, you guys can't figure out how to make it work, you get the earnest money back.
Well, this was the third time where he claimed that I said something that I didn't say.
Oh, gotta love that.
The first time he said I said something that I didn't say, everything got put in either email or text from then on.
Good call.
And
Cover yourself.
Numerous times I had to send him screenshots and show him like, look, didn't say that, explained it completely differently. He's like, oh, okay. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. People like that, I have a term for them. I call them liabilities.
Yeah, 100%.
I had to fire somebody for that exact same thing. There was a lady, I showed her a bunch of houses, and I always make sure on the very first house I ever show anybody, especially if they're looking at something before 1978, hey, house has lead-based paint. 1978 is the cutoff. Like, it has lead-based paint before then. They're probably not going to check it to make sure because then they have to disclose it, but it has it. Don't lick the walls. You'll be fine. Yep. That's my speech. I say it every time. And this lady, we start looking at a bunch of houses. She barely listens to me the entire time. Finally, we go to make an offer on one, and I have her sign the disclosures, and the lead-based paint comes up, and she loses her mind. She's like, you never told me any house had lead-based paint in it. Oh my God, they're going to have to send a hazmat team in there to scrape all the walls. I've seen it happen. I'm like, no, you haven't.
First of all, that's not how you deal with lead-based paint.
Oh my God.
You encapsulate it. You paint it.
Yeah. But she was screaming at me like I just did something horrible. Like, you weren't listening and you're making stuff up now.
Yeah.
And she backed out of a contract after she had put the offer in like the day. She didn't back out of the contract. They hadn't accepted it yet. We put it in that night, and I get a text at 5 a.m. saying, hey, cancel the contract. We don't want it anymore. Then I get a call after I like wake up and start getting ready to go to the computer to send the email to be like, hey, we cancel it. 5 minutes later, I get another one. Did you cancel it yet? Is it done? Mm-hmm. Are we out? So I canceled it and then sent her a text like, hey, I'm not working with you anymore. You're going to get me sued. You're going to lie about something I said. Not worth it.
And I don't think people realize the number of times that realtors do fire clients.
They have to.
Yeah.
Like, you really try not to, because I mean, some people, they just get emotional because it's a really important thing.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on and it's so stressful.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily their fault. It's the situation. Right. Some people are just insane. They're just crazy.
Well, I mean, you look at the population. Yeah. A certain percentage going to be insane.
Yeah. And some of them want to buy houses.
It's funny. This is like this section of our conversation. You could replace real estate with any other job and they have the exact same complaints when it comes to the public. Yeah. It could be a challenge, but
definitely. You just got to know when somebody's a liability.
Yeah. But be nice to your realtors, please.
Please. And not everything is our fault. Like my clients, that one where I was explaining that the other agent was saying that we need to delay closing because he did something wrong. My clients got mad at me for that.
Yeah.
I did everything I possibly could. I even paid for those other people to get the hotel because he was not going to say the word. Fill in the blank with whatever word you want. It's probably accurate. But I did everything I could to get them closing. They were still mad at me because we literally got delayed one day. And it's not like they were even in the street. They had a lease. They had time.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were mad at me. It was bizarre. But they were pissed off at me like everything was my fault. Strangest thing that's ever happened.
I think people get it in their head that this is the time frame. This is the order that things have to go. You said this date. And unfortunately, they just hold you to it, even though you had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. And it wasn't for me. It would have been delayed a week or two.
So let me ask you something. I noticed you have a little bit of a black eye. Was that a client who got upset with you, or what happened there?
Nope, that was jujitsu.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
We were training.
How long you been rolling?
I've been rolling So I've been in martial arts since I was a kid. I started off with Taekwondo, then moved into Muay Thai once I realized Taekwondo wasn't very effective after I lost an MMA fight. Then I just got punched in the head for 3 minutes, and I was like, I don't think Taekwondo is for me. Started doing Muay Thai, did that for a few years. Started on and off doing jujitsu. And then around when COVID hit, I really just went hardcore into it. Joined a place called Queen City Grappling Club down in Middletown.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Phenomenal place.
Really?
Like, some of the best people I've ever trained with. And what's great now, they've been around for a minute, and they're starting to have black belts pop out of the school and start their own schools. There's a guy who started a school down closer to Cincinnati. It's not directly in Cincinnati, but it's down that way, called Submission Systems. That school's great. Buddy of mine, Q, just started a school over in Springfield. The grand opening was like 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
That was awesome. He'd been trying to do that forever. Like, it's a beautiful school. Looks awesome. Fifth Shield Grappling Club. And then another guy from there, he started Iron Wolf Grappling Club over in Dayton.
Okay.
So they're springing off. They're all affiliated. They all do open mats with each other.
And there's a grappling club in Franklin. Isn't that Queen City as well?
I think they moved. Well, my bad.
Okay.
I always get it backwards because they started in Middletown and then they moved to Franklin.
Awesome.
Yeah, but they're
okay.
fantastic.
So you go because I live in Springboro.
Okay.
And that's really close by.
Hey, you should come to a class.
I'm gonna have to.
You said you trained before?
Yeah. So as a kid, I was in Hapkido, similar to Taekwondo. It's also
Is that
Korean.
the Steven Seagal one?
No, that's Aikido.
Okay.
Yeah, Hapkido is similar to Taekwondo, but there's more grappling to it.
Okay.
It's Korean, and then in high school, I wrestled.
Nice.
Loved it.
That's a good skill set. I wish I had done that.
Yeah. As a police officer, getting in fights, a lot of times you end up on the ground.
Yeah.
And you can tell when people are comfortable on the ground Because if they're not, that's a losing proposition. It was really easy with people that had no experience. And then I started going to the Brown Institute.
Yeah, I went there for a little while.
Yeah. Great guy, Jeff Brown over there. Trained with him for about a year, and then I was sparring a buddy of mine who he was an amateur MMA fighter. And one day it was a Friday, we weren't really feeling it. We decided to do one more round. And he was a bigger dude. He was about my height, but weighed about 250.
Fun.
I only weigh about 190, 180, depending. And I went for a takedown. He reversed, just put his weight into me, and I stepped back, and I stepped on the top of my foot, and he just pushed me back and snap. Broke both my lower leg bones, and yeah.
That was a good day.
Yeah, I thought I just sprained it, so I didn't go to the hospital or anything.
Were you walking on it?
I tried to. That did not go well. So I hopped my way to the car, went home. My girlfriend was like, "You got one day and then you're walking on it." I'm like, I don't see how.
Was it all purple and stuff? It had to have been.
Oh, it swelled up, turned purple. I went to the ER the next day. They took x-rays. They called my doctor. He's like, "Yeah, you're going to have surgery, like immediately." Yeah. So I got to shove that in my ex-girlfriend's face. Like, see, I'm not going to walk on it.
Did they put pins or plates or anything in it?
So they put a plate on one side, the other side, like that, the ball at the end of that bone at your foot, at the ankle, that broke off. So they had to put a screw into that. Fun. And then screw both bones back together because they had kind of split apart. Healed up really well though. Can't kick with it though.
I believe it.
Yeah. I mean, when I kick a bag, it's painful.
Yeah.
I'm not leg kicking anybody with the left leg.
I imagine. Will that ever go away, or do you think that's for life?
No, I've tried many times over the years, and it still hurts. Yeah.
Does it hurt when it gets cold out?
No, never experienced that.
No. I knew somebody else who had a plate in their leg.
Yeah.
And they were saying anytime it gets cold, it was hurting. And I looked it up, and it's because the heat, cold makes things expand and shrink. Mm-hmm. And the cold makes the metal shrink at a different rate than the bone. So that's why it kind of hurts when everyone has a plate or something.
I wonder if it's material dependent.
That could be.
Stainless steel versus like titanium and stuff like that. I don't know what the plate's made of, but.
Never been through a metal detector with it?
Yeah, I have. No.
Oh, probably titanium then.
So when you were doing TSA, did you have people beep because of screws and pins and plates?
Sometimes.
So I only have 2 screws, and then the plate is held in with maybe 6 or 8 screws. I think the plate's only like that long, maybe, 4 or 5 inches. So it's never gone off in that. My belt buckle, that'll do it, but because I've left that on before. So any plans to compete again?
I've done competitions in the past, but.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, okay. Still pretty young.
I've never really got into the competitions, especially with like jujitsu, because there's not really a prize. You get like a medal, or like a little plaque. Or if you do really, really well, it's a big one. You might get a trophy. But like, there's no money in it or anything.
Yeah.
So you think
not unless you're Gordon Ryan or something.
Yeah. If you make it into a career and you start selling videos and stuff, then maybe. But the issue is there's just so much risk involved with people going as hard as they possibly can in a tournament for like a plastic medal with their name on it.
Agreed.
And you think about just the risk of that. I was training one day with somebody and we were doing sweeps. And I put my hand down wrong and my finger got dislocated. And that was just such a pain in the ass. Go to the doctor, get a splint on it. I was able to pop it back in, luckily, but the thing swelled up. It got locked up like that for a while. Ooh. I had to go to physical therapy for them to show me how to like stretch it out.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I was just practicing. Imagine going hardcore at a tournament. We had somebody at Queen City actually break their neck, and they were like paralyzed for a second.
Oh.
Luckily, it came back. Like, he's doing good now. But that's
scary.
Yeah. Over a plastic medal. Why? Now, if there was like a $10,000 prize or something, I could see like maybe it might be worth the risk for some people, but it's not. You don't even get a T-shirt. Chances are you're paying $40, $50 for the entry fee for this medal. You literally lose money to compete and risk your life for it. Or at least your health.
Yeah, if I'm going to get back into that, like, I want to roll with people that are on the same level and that they don't want to hurt. They just want to learn.
Well, his was a freak accident. Like, he was actually going for some kind of pass, and the guy's head just got his head stuck, and it just twisted him.
Oh, God, that's scary.
Yeah, complete accident. It's not like the dude was doing anything wrong or even super aggressive.
Yeah.
It's just stuff happens.
Yeah. What's the cost over there?
I think they might have changed it. It used to be $100 a month.
That's not bad at all.
Yep, kind of all the classes you want.
Oh man, I stopped down there to check it out a few weeks ago, but I think I came at the wrong time. They were closed. So I figured I'd come back some other time. I just haven't made it over there.
They got 6 a.m. classes, 9 a.m. classes, and I usually go to the ones that start at 6:15 in the afternoon.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, there's tons of people there. Everybody there is crazy good.
Yeah.
I thought I knew a little bit about what I was doing before I went there, and then just every single person in there just showed me I had no idea what I was talking about. And then I was like, this is the place.
Yeah, there's levels.
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to walk in and be like, I'm brand new. Even though I have experience, I'm just going to say I'm brand new.
You'd have fun, man. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll go with you.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll ask you when the next time you're going is, and I'll come to that class.
For sure. And it's all no-gi.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because
that's all I've ever done is no-gi.
That's perfect. Yeah. The grips and stuff. I've never been a big fan of gi. Because there's so many moves like collar chokes and stuff. Well, what if they're not wearing a collar? Like t-shirt's going to rip.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
But all the no-gi stuff still works if they're wearing stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Never thought about that fact.
Yeah. Especially that's also what I was really trying to get into takedowns, because like I never wrestled. My takedowns are terrible. And I went to a couple of the wrestling classes they have at Queen City, and I was like, I get it, but maybe everyone else is just way better at it than me, or maybe it's because I'm just so tall, my center of gravity is terrible, and I can't shoot. I don't know what it was, but my takedowns just never got any better. So I started looking at like judo stuff, and all of that is like, oh, well, you get the grip here, and then you lift the sleeve up, and okay, well, I can't do that one.
Yeah, some of those judo guys are unbelievably good.
Oh yeah, if they had the grips.
The only thing would be like in the winter jackets.
Yeah. If you want a seasonal martial art, like go for it.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
And I'm sure there's a couple throws that translate, but they never teach it.
Yeah.
I went to a couple judo classes, and they're always like, oh, we'll put your gi on. Like, what if they're not wearing a giant leather jacket? Like, oh, you just like grab the elbow and lift it up. Like, that's not going to work. Yeah. I tried that a bunch of times in classes. It just slips right off. What are you talking about?
That's the great thing about like when the UFC came out, it all of a sudden exposed all the stuff that didn't work.
Yes.
All the mall, schools that taught whatever.
All the Bujinkan schools out there.
Yeah.
Throwing people with their chi.
Those are the best.
I love those. Those are still out there.
I love it when those guys fight an actual mixed martial artist.
Oh, it's great.
And they get destroyed in like 3 seconds.
They start like holding their hands up in a weird spot, and after the first punch, they're like, it's great.
Yeah, it just suddenly falls apart.
Yep, doesn't seem to work anymore.
Oh, that's cool. So how often do you go?
I go, usually I try to go twice a week, unless like real estate or something pops up.
Yeah.
But I go Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Awesome. I'm excited now. All right, that's cool.
And their level of detail when they teach stuff is amazing.
So I've noticed, now I like to watch a lot of wrestling videos on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff. Kids these days, high school wrestling, these kids are so unbelievably good. Like when I was in high school, like it seems so basic compared to what they're doing now. They are so high level even in high school.
I believe it. Well, it's kind of like what's happened with the UFC. If you look at the people who first started versus now, like,
oh yeah,
every single generation of it, they took all the techniques that worked the best, added some new ones, and it just kept getting better. So now I'm sure the high school wrestlers are doing like Dagestani wrestling moves,
right,
and like sambo wrestling counters and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Chuck Liddell, not throwing any shade towards him, but like imagine him going up against Alex Pereira or something. It'd be difficult.
Be interesting, and it's only progressively evolving. That's kind of what I liked about Queen City, especially with the jujitsu stuff. A lot of the jujitsu schools I went to before were showing moves that they've been doing forever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's the standard guard pass, here's the standard this. And I go into Queen City, one of the first times, they're like, all right, we're working on the lockdown today. I'm like, what the hell's the lockdown? Like, oh, it's a 10th planet thing. They invented it. Like, or they came up with it or developed it or whatever they did with it.
Yeah.
And it's just a great way to get out of bottom side control. Or completely control bottom side control. Like, that's awesome. Nowhere else has ever showed me that or even mentioned that existed.
Yeah, that's cool.
They're on top of it.
Wow. 10th Planet. It's owned by Eddie Bravo,
yep.
I think. Yeah. Wow. So how long did you say you've been doing this?
on and off for a really long time, but really focused on it since COVID started, which I think, when was COVID? Like 2020?
Oh, so you're getting good.
I got my purple belt recently.
Dude, that's phenomenal. That's huge.
I was excited about that. I wasn't really expecting it. I was like, yeah.
Legitimate badass sitting right next to me. This is crazy.
And
no cauliflower ear.
Nope. I have like a tiny, tiny bit in this ear. Like you can't really see, but I can feel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cool or not to have the cauliflower ears anymore. You seen any of those videos of people trying to give themselves cauliflower ears?
Yeah, that's
so weird. I saw a guy, he put his ear in between two weights and was like slamming them.
That's lame.
That's insane to me.
Nah. I don't have any of that. In wrestling, we always wore headgear.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a couple buddies that they have it on like one side or both. But like, I don't know, trying to give it to yourself just for the cred. You're going to get destroyed if you actually do get in a fight. Yeah. So why do that? That's like putting a hood scoop on a stock car. Like, it's not going to make it faster, bro. Wow, it's a purple belt. That's really impressive, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. It took a while.
So brown's next. How long do you think it'll take to?
I have no idea.
Are you focused on belts at all, or you just I like learning?
I like learning it.
Yeah.
It's a great way to stay in shape, learn something practical, get some self-defense in. I have not told this story on the podcast yet, but I had one actual fight where some dude fought me and I choked him out.
Where'd this happen at?
So
give me the details, man.
I had just started seeing this girl and she had some crazy ex-boyfriend who showed up while I was there, and he ended up like kicking in the door to the apartment. And what was funny is like he ran in, and I saw his fist go back for a punch, and he was punching like this. I was like, oh, he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he doesn't know how to throw a punch. He's done. So I like grabbed him. We fell into the couch, rolled onto the floor, broke a coffee table. He starts trying to get up. I'm like, that's a mistake. Hop on his back, immediately sink like a rear naked choke, and just out he goes. And then just held him there till the cops came.
What a dummy.
Yeah, he didn't win that.
So guys,
then the cops come and he gets arrested
like
for I forget what the charge was. It was like aggravated burglary or something. It was some strange charge. I would have thought it would have been some kind of assault, but aggravated burglary.
Yeah, I mean, he broke into an occupied structure, so yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So one of the businesses that I owned a Bio One franchise. Bio Ones are it's a restoration company that they focus more on the biohazard side of it.
Okay. Is it kind of like Surf Pro?
Kind of like Surf Pro. When I owned it, we did water restoration, mold, fire, stuff like that. But we got called out to crime scenes, suicides. When I started the business, the very first call I got was there was a guy that had gotten shot in a house, and it was the ex-boyfriend who broke in, and the new boyfriend carried a gun. So your dude was lucky that you didn't have a gun on you.
I was lucky he didn't have a gun on him.
Yeah, same.
That could have gone south real sideways.
Same, yeah. This guy ended up dying on the floor because he was jealous. How stupid. Yeah.
People need to think harder about some stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know. As I'm cleaning this up with my employees, I'm just thinking like, what a waste.
Yep.
And I mean, what a waste for that guy. He ruined his life now he has a criminal record.
Yeah. I'm sure he had to have lost whatever job he had because, I mean, no job is going to keep you employed while you're in jail.
That's unfortunate. Well, congratulations on winning that bout.
Thank you. It was cool. I'm happy it went out the way it did.
Yeah.
I'm happy he didn't have a knife or a gun or something on him.
So wait, are you still seeing that girl?
No.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, it had to impress her though that day.
I don't know. That was a whole situation.
Yeah, you were probably like, this is too much drama.
That's a story for off the podcast, what happened with that. But at least the fight story went well.
You can always edit it out. I'm not going to force you to tell it. That's okay.
Damn, we've been talking an hour and a half. Any other real estate stuff you want to bring up? Anything you want to touch on?
Well, we could talk about the Hero House project.
Yes, Hero House project.
John Pawelski, the branch manager for direct mortgage loans, he's a second-generation police officer, and he came up with the Hero House project, and we're currently forming it into a 501c3 nonprofit.
Nice.
Because we want to expand it further and further and do more good with it. But It's a lender credit that we give back to the hero, and the hero can be anybody who's a first responder, military, healthcare worker, or a teacher.
Oh, cool.
The pillars of our community, the people that really serve us in our communities. So it's a way for us to give back. So we give back 0.5% of the loan value back to them as a lender credit at closing. They can use it for closing costs. They can use it for a rate buy down. So a $400,000 house, they're getting $2,000 back.
That's cool.
That's real money.
Nice.
And then we also give them a free refinance that's good for 5 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because we know that, rates change.
Yeah.
Maybe now's, 2 years ago wasn't exactly the best time to buy. Rates were much higher than they are now. And I only see them going down from here.
That's awesome. A lot of people don't think about that. It's like the number one critique I hear from people that are thinking about buying. Like, oh, the rates are too high. Well, if you buy here and you lock in and then the rates go down, you just refinance and lock in at that lower rate.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys let them do that for free.
Yeah. You marry the house, you date the rate. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm sure you've told clients this in the past. You are missing out on appreciation by not buying.
100%.
I bought when rates were much higher, and I'm glad I did because I've owned that house for all those years. I've got all that appreciation, and I've refinanced and have a much better rate now. It's a no-brainer. And in addition to the Hero House project, we do a lot of charity work. We have events throughout the year that we like the Back the Blue event that's every November. It's to benefit law enforcement. We usually hold it at the Barrel in Springboro. So that's always a good time. It's a way for us to give back and a way for clients to give back as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So people want to reach out to you? How do they find you?
So BazzyTheMortgageGuy.com.
Bazzy the Mortgage Guy. I like that.
BazzyTheMortgageGuy.com is a great way. You can apply for a mortgage there. You can reach out to me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Jamil Bazzy. They can also just call me, 937-260-7908.
Awesome. I'll put all that in the description for the video. Like, follow, subscribe. That actually does help me out a lot.
Great podcast. It's a great listen. I've listened to several of them. You do a fantastic job, man. Keep it up.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks
Keep
for
it
coming
up.
out.
Yeah. Look forward to getting in a grappling class with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.